There we go. There we go. We're all fixed now. Spawning in the bottom left. In the blue here for Alpha X. He is Max Angel Astrea. His opponent in the upper right in the red here in this best of 7 for Storm Gaming, the Terran from Mexico. Special. And of course, we see Special going for the proxy that's not a proxy, but it's a more developed Macroax than a standard Macroax. You know the deal. This is really kind of been the standard Terran matchup. Or the standard Terran build, I guess, as of late. Certainly what Special has been doing a whole hell of a lot of. Because what this does is it puts a little bit of a question in the Protoss player's mind. What exactly is the Terran player going for? Of course, Astrea, he gets the scout. He knows what's happening. And as a result, he will sacrifice the probe. But that is a sacrifice he's willing to make because you get the good scout off. It tells you, okay, I don't need to build a Zealot early. Although, if you talk to Protoss players, who was I talking to recently? I was Gemini, actually, but from conversations with Trap, pretty much saying that you should go and you should actually just you should just build the Zealot anyways and cancel it at the last second if you don't need it. There's just no good reason not to at the pro level because, well, what do you lose? You cancel it. You float a little bit of money at that time anyways, and it keeps you safe against crazy shenanigans. It means you get a Zealot out early to deal with maybe SCVs building bunkers or whatever, but now 2 Reapers are going to try to find their way onto the high ground. Reaper is not going to get the grenade it looks for, but the second one is there, and of course 3-shot skill of probe, so Astrea's got to be a little bit careful here, but he's not going to take too much damage just yet. 1 Reaper goes down, 2nd Reaper goes down, no probes go down. Astrea handling this marvelously, but there's a Hellion in the natural and similar 3-shot territory, so 2 workers go down for the moment. Hellion's looking for a little bit more. Now with the shield battery going on up, that should be the end of things. So what does Special get out of here? Slightly delayed barracks production, of course, that's fine. But also, he gets scouting. He sees what his opponent is going for, and, well, I think I could have told you what Astrea was going to go for in this game just because it's the standard Protoss opener. It's 1 gate, 2nd gate on the way, 2 gate blink expand coming out of Astrea in this game number 1. But what I will tell you, what is not normal, Fusion Core on the way. Special, he has the memes out early in this series, and we're gonna have to see whether this is for battlecruiser play, which I really don't like against blink stalker openers. Sure, there's a world where in this case it's only a 2 gate blink stalker and you only have maybe 8 blink stalkers, and but still, stalkers do so much bonus damage to armored units that the battlecruisers don't tend to survive for very long, and they just get blinked upon. And you go from there. But now Hellion's going to look to dive in the... Oh, Widowmine's, excuse me, diving into the natural. Widowmine, there we go. Astrea's on top of that one. So another worker goes down. That's fine. And then, there we go. Nice split off here. Will be some tricky unburrowing. And that's going to be a bit annoying here. Probe's going to have to get pulled once again. More mining time is going to get delayed. Special trying to target down the big clump, but will be unsuccessful in doing so. So the Widowmine is now dead. Mining time lost, but not as many probes killed. Although I believe the Widowmine at the natural... It got 2. So there we go, folks. The battle cruisers are on the way. They may not be operational yet, but they are on the way. And Special actually pretty heavily supply blocked here. These battle cruisers, they are a lot of supply. They cost a lot of supply. They are rather expensive. But Widowmine randomly on the map should get a stalker if Astrea is paying attention. And he is not. So hey, free stalker. That's always going to be rather nice for Special. Yeah, you trade a Widowmine, but now is not really the time of Widowmines. Later on, sure, when you see your opponent having tons of charge lots, but in general, Widowmine's not all that useful right now as Astrea. He's going to lose another stalker here. A little bit of a miss micro. You don't want to lose that. You only have 4 stalkers out on the map early. Their goal is to have map control. Their goal is to keep their opponent back. And losing any stalkers right now when there's a battlecruiser done. Actually, where is this battlecruiser? Is it teleporting? Yes, teleporting behind the mineral line here. Not on top of things. Doesn't want Astrea to know what's happening until it is too late. But Battle cruisers are on the way in, and where are the stalkers? They are not where they need to be. They're not all clumped up, so we're gonna see 2 workers go down immediately. And the other question really is, how many battle cruisers does Special end up making? He's got another one on the way. He's got a big push coming on the right-hand side. We're gonna pay attention to that in a second, but look how much damage these stalkers do. They kill the battle cruiser rather quickly, but that doesn't really matter because it especially got an SCV pull on into this third base here. 1 tank, 3 SCVs. We're going to see bunkers go on down. First dish thing is the pylon. It's dead, so no warp pins, no shield battery. Probably going to have to get pulled away from things. I think we just may be able to consider this base just dead here as a random Immortal's running across the map to fight a random tank. Immortal will win that fight. But the big deal, of course, third base going down. Not really enough stalkers to stop this because stalkers have been fed away early. Astrea only has 8 of them, only has 10 of them. There's more warp in, and it looks like this battle cruiser will eventually go down, but 14 workers have died. The third base is going down. We got a bunker here, so it's not like Astrea can break this anytime soon. Stalkers, though, they're just running across the map with this Immortal as well, trying to cut things off, maybe, but this is going to be damn hard indeed. Astrea's going to try to do what he can. Third base on the way once again, and it is only 1 tank. So there is something there. It is only 1 tank. But this third base will not be allowed to stay. Now, that being said, Immortal pops in from behind, and we're starting to hit kind of an interesting surround here where Astrea has units from every side, and his army is powerful. So we should see there we go. Once the bio mostly goes down, the tank's going to get picked up, run away. But there's another battle cruiser in the main base. This one has 5 kills to its name. No stalkers here to defend. Special, he's up just about 20 workers on this Protoss player, and that is not good. Wait, I think this is mech. No, okay, but there's an eBay on the way. This is 6 gas. No stim just yet. Yamato cannon on the way. Yes, Special's going mech in this game. Well. There we go. All right, so now stalkers, they're going to run on in here. There's only 1 Marine in this bunker, so while the bunker is an annoying thing, it doesn't have a lot of DPS. And with the Immortals there, they are going to burst that down. Battlecruiser, though, immediately onto the other side of the map. Third base, in this case, is looks like it actually was allowed to go on up. Battlecruiser, Yamato. Oh, you can blink out of that. So stalkers will be able to avoid that one, and this is just a dead Battlecruiser. That's a bit of a problem here for Special. You don't want to lose Battlecruisers. But what he's doing is, again, buying time, buying distractions. 6 more workers go down. And there we go. Additional factories. Additional factories on the way. And hey, that's, yeah, okay, Astrea will be able to blink it out of that one as well. Blink was on cooldown. But this is a damn difficult game for the Protoss player to come back from now. Yes, Xerxes, it is I. It is me. It is Mayo. Down, what, 23 workers? Don't do math on stream, folks. I just did. Oops. 23 workers. Now, I guess the one upside is the fact that it's mech, and mech is not traditionally very good against Protoss, and Special has committed a lot to his battlecruiser pressure, and, well, he's lost 2. That's pretty damn expensive. So maybe if Astrea can hit a big swell of units, can try to break, but he's down 20 army supply, 30 army supply against a meching player who has his 4th base on the way already. All right, so there we go. Yamato going down. I feel like, well, I guess Yamatoing the Immortal doesn't kill the Immortal. Yamatoing a Stalker, if you blink away, does kill the Stalker, so that's fair. Did we lose another battlecruiser? Okay, where's the other one? Oh, it looks like teleported on home. Now, folks, we're in the doldrums of this game. Astrea took a metric ton, maybe even an imperial ton, which it would, what, see, what, a metric ton is 1,000 kilos, 2,000 kilos? Imperial ton's 2,000 pounds? Which is more? I'm actually not sure because, unfortunately, as someone who does a lot of work in aerospace, I work far too much in Imperial, and it makes me extremely sad. But anyways, 1-1 on the way here for Special. Yeah, and Kabuki versus Special is such a great matchup. We have two players who are actually bona fide insane. Although this game right here is shades of the Red Cross charity show match that we did. If you all remember during King of Battles 2, where Astrea or Special proxied battle cruisers in one game, just pure and simply because he got a lot of money and I told him to. But in this game, this was not proxied, and this was a normal game. It was not like Special got donated 1,000 minerals and 1,000 gas to get his proxy battlecruisers up and running. So you love to see it. As now Blue Flame is not done, which means these Zealots are going to be a bit of a problem. They're going to get on top of these tanks before they get an opportunity to siege on up. But notice, Special's only sieging up a couple of these tanks. He doesn't really want to get these Zealots to get too much done here, but Astrea taking the best fight he possibly can. I'm not convinced that it is really good enough. The Stalkers blink on in. And Medivacs, they're going to try to save something, but no, actually Astrea, he's going to break on through here. His army was not in position. Blue Flame was not done, so the Hellbats, the Hellions, did not kill things well enough. But of course, there's always the question, the lingering specter of battlecruisers, again, harassing things, making your life as painful as possible. So sure, Astrea, he wins the fight, and he's on his way to fighting his way back into this game, but he's also losing a lot of stuff. That's okay. Battlecruisers go in the main. They force Stalkers there. They teleport to the 4th base. And Special is continuing battlecruiser production. I don't really have a strong pulse on how many battlecruisers you want and you don't want in this game, but Special's on 4. He's going up to 5. So the 3 battlecruiser mech play that we see against Zerg is just apparently not a thing. Special again, he's eviscerating the mineral line of the Protoss player. Astrea's got stuff on the right side, sure, and he's got stuff elsewhere, as it looks like one battlecruiser will go down. But I feel like you're kind of okay trading one battlecruiser for 13 workers and a couple Stalkers, although that means that losing a second one gets a little bit more expensive. Yamato not off cooldown, teleport not as well, so the battlecruisers will get forced out once again. Special, his 1-1 is done now. Sure, he's down 2 upgrades, but upgrades in this matchup matter a whole hell of a lot less. They really do. So the tanks are going to siege this 4th base up. Hellbats getting into position, so when the probes are 1 away, they will die. No real way to stop them. Now, Stalkers against Hellbats, a lot better than Zealots against Hellbats, that's for sure. But the tanks there, they shred the Stalkers. It feels like we need a higher tech solution from Astrea in this game, or maybe some really good positioning. As Astrea is just going to go for the counterattack, but there are a lot of tanks here. Zealots are going to get on top of them immediately, though. That's a bit of a problem. So what you do, the Hellbats, they target down the Zealots. The Stalkers get targeted down by these tanks, but Astrea will be able to break on through there. But of course, things are heating up on the other side of the map as well. Hellions in the main, triple battlecruiser, or in the main base. Hellions in the 3rd, and while Zealots are cleaning things up, we got the rest of the army of Special running back home. And while it feels like Astrea is occasionally winning these fights, you got to win the battle. You got to win the war, not the battle. So this army, this counterattack will get cleaned on up. There we have it, folks. GG. Special takes game 1. In the bottom left here, in the blue, he's down 1 for Alpha X. Give it up for Astrea. In the upper right, in the red, off a really cool build. He went battlecruisers. Who does that? I don't know. But for Psystorm, he's special. Mars the best Terran ever. Ooh, look at this. We got you folks, do you remember the memes? Proxy 2 gate memes where it's a set of eyes filling things up? Well, Astrea's memeing that out here. Proxy 2 gate on glittering ashes against a proxy reaper that is far more proxied than it was before. Well, this actually is looking pretty good for Astrea here. He's going to have 2 Zealots across the map very, very quickly. The Reaper is going to be forced to go home. It's going to have transit times. Zealots will immediately find their way on into things, and when these gates are done, Cybercore is going to be there. We're going to see a Depths out. We're going to see Astrea have the counter to pretty much everything that Special is going to want to build, and he's not going to have anything in his base. He's got to get a factory eventually, but this is a Proxy Reaper expand. Factory will be delayed. So there we go. We're going to see the wall get blocked immediately. Special, he's going to drop the second supply depot, but he's got to know that something's happening here. So Zealot's getting chronoed out 2 by 2. Cybercore on the way. Again, the block is not there. It's going to be re-canceled or rebuilt, canceled, whatever you want to say. So Zealots, as they look to wander their way on in up the ramp. Supply depot gets canceled here. Zealot, they get it anyways. You don't need to block the wall because, hey, guess what? Special lets you on anyways. So the Zealots, they're going to try to sit on top of the... Okay, shield battery. There we go. Going on down, but no. There's a block at the last second. One shield battery will go on up, and with the SCVs getting pulled, only 4 go down. The Zealots, they have not delayed the command center just yet. Supply depots will finish on up, and the shield battery does not complete. So Special, he's kind of owning the high ground here. Second Reaper on the way in a second. Once again, the SCV pull is good, but this is where the damage starts to get happen. A lot of low SCVs that did not die in the first time. They will go down here. 10 SCVs are dead, and now it's double adept on the field. Double adept is where things start to get extremely complicated for the Reapers, but the bunker is, well, now it's done, which means that the lightness, the lack of status, I guess, I don't know, what do you want to say? The squishiness of these Reapers, less important. But now 2 adepts on in the main base. Once again, SCVs are going to get pulled as there is a eBay block on the natural. And of course, it takes 3 shots to kill SCVs. So we're seeing a lot of SCVs get very low from the combined volley, but now they're going to start to go on down. Special, he's falling apart here in this game. It looked like he maybe had a shot despite the massive build order disadvantage. But now, I mean, he's just not mining. Reapers in the main base are going to try to do what they can, but there's a shield battery overcharge. The probes are just not really dying, and even with 2-shot potential on the probes, it does not really seem to matter. SCV is looking to run into the bunker maybe, but again, Special's dead. He very much is dead here. SCV's looking to block the ramp, but the other supply depot did not even complete. Reapers are going to do what they can, but folks, you got to remember, adepts beat these Reapers. So even if you go and you say, well, yeah, sure, there's some commensurate damage. There we have it. GG. Special falls. Astrea takes game 2, and already it's spicy. In the upper left, in the blue, marching in with 2 by 2, hands of blue. He is for Alpha X, Astrea. His opponent in the bottom right, he's got something special up his sleeve, maybe in the red. He is for Storm, Special. Hello there, the Bar TV. Hope you're feeling better. Heard you were sick, were ailing in some way. Special. Every game this series, he's proxied further forward. Game 1, he proxied about here. I mean, it's a different map, but same idea. Game 2, he proxied like here, you know, middle of the map-ish, behind some stuff. Game 3, he's proxying here. Game 3, he's just all on the other side of the map. And Astrea, he's been proxied twice, so he knows what to look for. He sees the double gas. He knows this is going to be proxy Reaper. But the big deal, he doesn't know how close it is. So he has said, okay, I am not going to build a Zealot early. I'm going to wait for an Adept. I'm going to wait for a Stalker, something like that. And that is going to go bite him in the butt. Series planning for Special, top tier, 10 out of 10. Because he has trained his opponent to assume that it is not, in fact, a proxy just outside of his base. In fact, it is a proxy much further away. But okay, there we go. Zealot's on the way now. All right, so bunker going down in the natural right here. Reaper shows up, and by the way, we'll talk about this bunker in a second, but Reaper into the main base. Zealot is out, and Zealot's just going to try to delay this bunker as much as it can. Looks like it will be successful in that. Special's should not get any probe kills with just a single Reaper. You can kind of pull away for the moment and have Zealot's buffer. Maybe not 0, but you shouldn't get too many. But the second Reaper's going to arrive in a second. So 2 workers die immediately. Nice positioning here from Astrea to make sure that the grenade does not bounce him all the way away. But a second Reaper is out. Now, he was trying to go for the really annoying bunker that has range to the pylon. And that has a little bit better of a spot for the SCV to repair in, but he was not able to get that done because there was a Zealot out on the map. And now with Zealot, Stalker, soon to be a second Stalker. It's going to be a little bit harder for Special to find the damage that he is really looking for. But hey, he's going to take down the shields, and Reapers do regen a little bit faster than Stalkers. So if he can maybe kill the Stalker, maybe there can be something. But even with 3 Reapers, I mean, killing Stalkers is a tough ask. Another Reapers, they're healing back up once again, finding their way into the natural. 1, 2, 3 shot. Oh, he's gonna miss the shot, but now he's gonna find his way into the main base. There's only a Zealot here, so we're gonna see stuff go down. Stalker pops out in the last second, so looks like one of these Reapers will go down. Second one, actually, ooh, no, a little bit of mispositioning there, but I guess that's because there's a Reaper in the natural that Astrea needs to deal with. So Reapers get out, still 2 Reapers, not 3, but Special, he's going home now. He says, I built something, it's fine. Wait, what? What killed those 2 extra probes? I'm not sure what killed those 2 extra probes, but what I can tell you, there is Cloak on the way. So Special, as someone said in chat, as Bellium says, he's going full Chad gamer here. It's got 4 Hellions, 2 Reapers, Banshees on the way behind this. He's playing this game where he says, look, I don't care what you do, Astrea. I just don't want you to have mining whatsoever. But nice bloody block here on the ramp. So Hellions, they find their way into the natural. How many kills do they get? Line them up. 6 workers go down. A single Hellion has died. Now it's going to be a second. Reaper's going to be able to jump on out. Hellions, though, they're dead. So 4 Hellions for 6 probes, maybe not the best, but the Reapers are going to look to dive back in once again into the main base, maybe looking for some wounded probes from earlier, but a Stalker warps in, and that should be the end of things. 7 workers go down. Will it be 8? Do we have the target fire? Reaper going to chase it to the ends of the earth? It does. So 8 workers, they pay that price, but the army of Astrea on the other side of the map. Widowmine is doing a great job. 2 Stalkers go down here. His blink is not done. It's just annoying Stalkers in the front. SCV's getting pulled, and there we go. Another Stalker goes down. It was 6, now it's 3 SCVs getting pulled here. As a couple Zealots go down. What do we have? Banshees, they're running across. More and more Stalkers rallying. Special realistically doesn't have a lot here. He did not have full barracks production for quite a while, but Stalkers, they're in a corner. SCV's actually fairly good against Stalkers, but even still, it's 5 Stalkers here. And, oh, nice Citizen's Arrest. 1 will go down, but Banshee in the natural 2-shot and all the probes. This game is absolutely bonkers here. Stalkers, they're going to get recalled, and none of them will go down. Do we have detection? Where is it? No, it's just got to run back home. Especially got so much more damage potential here. Looks like a second Observer popped out at the last second, but this Banshee will survive. Where's the second? Okay, running across. It had to be defensive for a second. And at the end of the day, where do we stand? Special's gotten a lot of damage done. Certainly more than Astrea has. They're sitting on equal worker counts, which is patently horrendous for the for the Protoss player, excuse me. But Astrea does have a 3rd base on the way. And here's the big deal. Special's going bio. He's not going mech. Stim is on the way. He's adding on. He already had 2 barracks. He's adding on a 3rd one now. So 3-1-1 Stim timing. It's going to be later because he committed a lot early. Those Hellions, 400 minerals right there. He committed for 3 Reapers. He proxied. He got Cloaked Banshee. He bought a 3rd Banshee, which is very interesting. Now, of course, you want to pair your Banshees up. They mean they 1-shot probes go even through shield batteries. And it's one of those things where you say, okay, well, Astrea, you're going to be expecting just not what this is. So Banshees arrive right here, but there's an Observer. So Banshees, they're just dead, not finding the value that they're looking for. 2 workers go down. And that's not exactly what Special wanted. No, he's going to lose a 3rd one. All the Banshees, all this map control that Special has spent so much money, so much time developing. They're not there anymore. They're not a thing. So Special's got his 3rd base on the way. His upgrade's going apace. How many tanks does he have? He's got 1 in the natural. What does he have in the main base? It doesn't look like any. And actually, he's just chronoing out Widow, or he's just reactoring out Widow Mines. So this Blink Stalker play could be rather annoying. But of course, we have Medivacs out. Stim will be done soon. And Stalker's blinking onto the main base. Now Special knows that there is vision in the main base. This Observer is potentially going to get snapped down. Playing on the edge of things for now. And again, Stalkers are going to blink backwards, but Stim done in 5 seconds. So really, Astrea should not be able to get too much done with this if he blinks on top of the stalker, or if he blinks on top of the tank. Those are some Widowmine memes that are going to cause some problems. Although, actually, no, because Special's going to go for a drop right now. And it looks like Astrea behind things, realizing that he probably cannot survive to get up into, well, into Robotech, something like that. It just took too much damage. So he's just going to go for mass charge levels. Ooh, nice catch there. Widowmine drop will go down. But the Stalkers don't find too much value here as they look to run something. But again, Stim is done. They will not be able to delay that third base. Special scanning out the fact that, okay, there's no gases on the third. That's good news for him, and that he knows what's happening now. He knows that this is a charge play. He doesn't know that this is double forge, but he knows this is a charge play. That dramatically changes up how he wants to play this game. He's going to look to play a little bit more defensively now, most likely. Because this build from Astrea is designed to meet the Terran in the middle of the map. It's designed to swallow the first push, this +1 stim combat shield push that Special wants to go for. And he has all of his upgrades now, but again, realistically, as I say that, he is looking to move on in, and there's a big flank coming in from behind. This one tank on the high ground is not going to be able to do anything but Special. He's going to stim right in here right now, killing off a lot of probes, and he gets the pylon, so there's no shield battery, and he finds himself in a wonderful position. So yeah, in the open field, these Zealots are fantastic. Choked out like this, maybe that's a different story. Special starting to take an army supply lead here, but his army is somewhat over stim. The Stalkers, they're blinking on forward. Special's army will get wiped out, but he maintains the supply lead. He kills 20 probes. Although these medevacs going down, that's a bit annoying here. All right, tons and tons of Widowmines though, which means the Stalkers, they try to blink on in. It's going to be a problem. You can outblink one, but eventually you run out of cooldowns. Oh, Widowmines. Yeah, this is massive. So many Zealots go down. And where do we have a Warp Prism? I don't think we do. So this just army from Astrea here. It's kind of a zoning one, which means with Marauders with a concussive shell, they will be able to tag at least the sentries. Kill that one off. Okay, there's a Warp Prism here. It took a lot of damage from, yeah, double missile turret in the main base. So it was not able to make that happen. And now Special, he's just suddenly up 50 army supply. He's suddenly up 50 army supply, running across the map here. He scans out the fourth, knows that that is there. He knows, again, that there's no gas because Astrea is effectively all in on these four bases, on charge lots, on 1-1, and all these things. But he's just got a bunch of Stalkers right now. His probes, they're going to get pulled once again. Big Widowmine, knocking down so many of the probes that have been pulled to keep Astrea alive in this game. And, folks, it looks like the trend will continue. Each player on their map, they win. Special won game 1. Astrea wins game number 2. And it looks like right here, oh, man. Yeah, sure, it looks like Special's going to get cleaned on up, but the damage, the economic damage is nigh insurmountable. The Warp Prism goes down as well. Widowmines getting some nice splash, even as the Stalkers, they blink backwards. But the rally of Special is severe. It is unending. Widow memes are just killing off all these Stalkers, and sure, Astrea is not dead yet, but it's a damn hard mountain to climb for the Alpha X Protoss player. So, Astrea, oh, those Widowmines, you hate to see it. Astrea did not see the little dot, so he lost another Stalker here, and every Stalker is important. Every Stalker values. We love all of them equally. There we go. Zealots looking to charge in once again pretty soon. Well, actually, Special, he's only on 1 eBay. So only has +2 on the way. He hasn't hit an upgrade lead, just upgrade parity, but we got Widowmine drops into the naturals, or into the 4th base. 6 workers go down there. And it's, again, it's 68 to 41. And Special's trading better. So the supplies are somewhat equal because it may be a little hard to push on in here. Widowmines just run into the natural, kill 4 workers. It's kind of telling that Widowmines that are not reacted to are just finding the value that they are, just because there's not a lot of workers. Astrea falls, Special. He takes game 3. Spotting in the upper left in the blue. He's down 1. He's for Alpha X. He is Astrea. And his opponent choosing to spawn also somewhat in the upper left on the map here in the red. He's going for Brex 2 racks. His name is Special. Oh, yeah, no bugs. I have lights everywhere. I just had to reach on over and open my window. Half the time when I'm streaming, the window's not open anyway, so you can't really see. Just because it adds glare to things and it's light I can't really control. Which is rather annoying. Is this going to be proxy? It's only single gas for the moment. Is this proxy Marauder or like proxy Marauder Marine? Just a really committed setup like that? I don't know. It's starting to look like what you would see in a... I mean, okay, we don't see Tech Labs going down. Marines popping out of here. Yeah, okay, never mind. This is just the 2 racks. So that's interesting. You see a Marine-based proxy 2 racks against Protoss almost never. Or, yeah, against Protoss almost never. We're going to have to see if this one works out right here. Bunker going on up in the natural. It's going to give a staging position, but this is not TVZ where you go and you have a natural that you can actually kind of bunker rush. So for now, Zealot will pop on out here. Marines, again, while Stalkers have infinite micro ability against Marines, Marines have nigh infinite micro ability against Zealots. So the Zealot's just going to run onto the other side of the map here. Look to cause some chaos because, well, Special is rallying his way on into the main base. His army will not really be able to go home. But Special, he's got the wall up. Factory on the way. The Stalker is already out. You got to be careful here. Marines, you don't really want to lose any of them. The Marines are going to start to go on down. 2 of them have died. And SCVs, yeah, they were pulled onto the high ground to prevent the shield battery from popping up. But I don't really think this is doing all that much. And with the Zealot here as well, there is some counter damage that Astrea can do. This doesn't really seem like the most optimal build. I mean, there's a bunker with the 2 Marines in it, sure, which is more DPS than 1 or 2 Reapers, but there's a shield battery. So the Stalkers can just kind of do their Stalker thing and play on the edges, wait for their shields to run down and kill the bunker. I mean, SCVs are doing what they can, but they're not out healing double Stalker. And they're certainly not out healing triple Stalker. So this just doesn't seem like it was all that successful for... Oh, wait. Okay, Probe went down, so it's not really killed anything. Again, this just doesn't seem all that successful for Special, but okay, he's got a full bunker here now. The Stalkers are rather low because the shield battery had to be made on 50 energy, not 100. But okay, now it's roughly full Stalkers here. They're going to struggle to get on top of the SCV at first, and notice that a Special is attempting to target down the low Stalkers, again, forcing out actual peril for what his opponent has. But now, actually, wait a minute, because the Marines, they're running back across the map here. Hellion dives on in, and okay, shield battery is almost out of energy once again. The Hellion is dead, but now there are 5 Marines here. The bunker going down, and this should be the end of it now. So at the end of the day, 1 probe, 1 Zealot have died for a whole hell lot more than that, and just the massive... It's a slowdown, yeah, sure. 2 racks is not an all-in anymore. But it certainly does have to get something done, and it got a single probe, and that was a probe across the map that was effectively a scouting probe. So it doesn't feel like it did anything for Special in this game. And I understand, I mean, he's doing interesting stuff. He's already got a starport done. He's going to go into cloaked widow mines, but there's a robo on the way. So we should have observers out, maybe not by the time the first shot goes off, but certainly by the time the second shot goes off. All right, so there we go. Astrea, he scouts the armory as well. He knows what's up. Because that's a lot of sentries on the map here. Astrea looks like he might want to get a little bit more pressure going. No blink. Oh, this drop's going to take a lot of damage, and the Stalker's really trying to zone it out hard. I mean, yeah, there's this one widow mine that will not be found. Hey, Pig! Thank you so much for that raid. Welcome, everyone, from Pig Stream. You may know me because I was working with Pig the other day. My name is Beowulf. This is Astrea versus Special. We've had some insane games today. Game 1, Special went battlecruisers. He won the game with battlecruisers into mech. Game 2, Special proxied, and Astrea said, okay, well, here, I'm going to hit you with proxy 2-gate. Because who does that? I mean, memes, sure, but it's not Heart of the Swarm anymore. And now here in game number 3, Special proxy, or game 4, excuse me, Special is proxy 2-raxed. And, well, now he's going for Cloaked Widow Mines. Crazy, crazy, crazy games, as Astrea is going to find these Widow Mines. None of them are burrowed, and there should be enough DPS here to knock this down. There we go. Final one actually off a cooldown, but there we go. It's dead. But another Widow Mine drop in the natural. Yeah, it's just not going to find anything. Observer is where it needs to be. It's not going to even get a shot off. Special is finding no value in this game, and it's kind of funny. Yeah, player map pick is important, but it doesn't always feel like it's this important. As, well, every player is winning their map pick. 2000 Atmospheres seems like it was kind of Special's map pick, because he was rather excited that it was the first map in the series, but Astrea picked Glittering Ashes map 2. He won that one. He looked very good. Special won game 3 off of, again, a Proxy Reaper setup that Astrea thought was a little bit further away, so he didn't react in time. Then he just kind of got nickeled and dimed and eventually died because he took too much damage. And then Curious Minds, game 4. It's Astrea's map. He's looking excellent. He's up 20 workers. He's up pretty much anything you could want. So, hey, I'm a fan of the format. It means most likely we're going to get a game 7. Now, Xerxes, you see people talking about Frodo, or Elijah Wood. I keep trying to think of Frodo quotes, and all I can think of are Samwise Gamgee quotes. That's all I can think of. It's like, well, that doesn't really help, because if I'm trying to have an Elijah Wood voice, I can't quote Sam. Because as we all know, Sam is the true hero of that story. Anyways, Blink +1, charge. Well, Blink is done. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. No, he skipped Blink, so he went charge first. That is interesting. So he's not going to have a lot of anti-drop potential. He's not going to have a lot of harassment potential. But what he will have is a lot of zealots, or at least a lot of zealot power, to fight this army when it moves out on the map for the first time. It will have 1/1. It will have charge. There will be extended thermal lance on the Colossus. The single Colossus, actually, that is out here on the map. But now there's a Warp Prism out as well. So Astrea, again, while he does not have Blink, he does have the ability to harass. So we're going to see a Warp Prism in the main base. And instead of saying, well, I'm going to harass with Stalkers, Astrea is going to try to meet Special in the middle of the map here. But hey, there's a Raven. So we're going to see a disable here on the Colossus. There we go. It's done. But here's what happens. Astrea has really good force fields. He's just going to be able to force his opponents to not engage. And now, while this was a lot of damage on this Colossus, losing all of his shields and some of his HP, this Raven only has one more disable, and there will be a second Colossus on the way. Astrea is guaranteed to have a Colossus with 1/1 with extended thermal lance fighting this game, and if he delays long enough, his Blink will be dead as well. Gandalf! Okay, Zealot Warp in the main base. 10 workers have gone down. Is the Warp Prism? I think the Warp Prism died. We get a drop here in the main base as well. Cannon is going down. Astrea taking the fight in the middle. Force fields are rather good for now, but auto turrets getting dropped on top of this Colossus. Special trying to push on in, find value where he can, but still 22 workers have died on the other side of the map. He is incredibly all in here. At this point, Astrea can give the force base away. The second Colossus, where is... Oh, that's a bad spot. Oh, Special's going to be able to catch this Colossus. Now it's only one extremely weak Colossus here. The fourth base goes down as well. We're starting to see a little bit of value here from the Terran. I don't know that it's enough, but he's starting to bring this game, at least maybe back into even footing a little bit. And when you have 5 tanks, anything is technically possible, especially with there being no Warp Prism on the field. The single Zealot, well, it's not going to do too much anymore, but especially going to get on top of the army that does not have any splash. Stimming out into the third base, shield battery overcharge, getting popped now. We have 2 Colossus on the field. Straight looking to attack from 2 different angles, but it's kind of disjointed here. Tanks getting damn fine shots, but now Zealot's getting on top of everything as the Marines microing back behind the tanks. 1, 2, 3 tanks go down. The 4th tank is dead. The oomph of the army from Special is dead. There will be no more lockdowns in this game. Folks, we're tied up once again. Astrea takes it. And that means it's 2-2. Hello there, Mr. Some Drunk Canadian. I imagine our sponsor, at least the cause they're talking about, is somewhat near and dear to your heart, even if I remember right, you work with, well, yeah, because you work, even if you do work with Canadian agencies, not United States one, but it's fine. Special going to proxy a second set of something here. I guess maybe he's just going to look for... Oh, there we go. Factory's coming on down. Here we are. All right, so every game this series, we've seen a proxy barracks into Reaper. Well, I guess there was the proxy 2 racks last game that really didn't get much of anything. But this is the first time we've seen a proxy factory. So does he proxy a starport next to it? Is this for, say, a Hellion drop? Is this for proxy widow mines? I don't know. Not something that we see all that often, but Astrea, for his point, I mean, it's just the standard opener. He's not doing anything crazy. And the big deal, what is he seeing? Not much of anything. Reaper expand is what this looks like. All right, so it looks like it's going to be proxy Hellion drops on this game number 5 for special. Sorry, PG Vindahoos. It's not proxy widow mine drops. Very sorry. Can't do much about it. I don't tell special what to do, but that's just how it be sometimes. It don't be like it be, but it do. Sorry, though, adding on 2 additional gateways here. So he's going to go up to 3 before his tech. There is no Twilight, right? Yeah. So there's the Robo. But he's opening himself up to build more stuff. I think he sniffed something out here. He's a little bit worried. But any sort of Robo opener against proxy Hellion drops just does not really work out all that well. You don't tend to have what you need to prevent the first set of volleys. And really, that first volley is almost all that matters. Considering 4 Hellions, well, in this case, 3 Hellions, but 4 Hellions, because you got a little bit of buffer there, they one-shot probes. So, actually, it looks like Special's only going to go for the 3. Oh, last second scout. That is massive here for Astrea. Now he's going to know he needs to rotate stuff, but what does he have? He has 2 Stalkers. Okay, he's got 3 Stalkers, 4th one on the way, and a Sentry, but the Sentry has no energy. So Special, though, he's going to be walled out for now. He's going to be boxed out of here. He did not have a boost ready, but now there's the drop on into the main. No, Special will be denied. And this is massive. For several reasons. Mainly because this is a map pick and Special's not found any value. And in this game where it really has been alternating map victories. The fact that Special here is not finding any value with this proxy is a bit of a problem. But folks, fear not. Fear not. Battle cruisers are on the way. There is a second level to the madness of Special. What I worry, though, is with Immortals out here and with 3 gates, I think this is just going to be a 3-gate Robo. Or 4-gate. Yeah. Astrea wants to run across the map. He's setting himself up to do that. He's building this army as the Widow Mine in the middle of the map will go down. He's building this army that is just going to run across the map, try to punch into the main base of his opponent. We already have a pylon going down right here. And he's just going to look to kill his opponent before anything happens. Now, what I'm looking at are the timing. So Immortal is out here. Hellions, they're going to drop out and try to do something, but they just can't really do much against these 2 Stalkers. But there we go. Stalkers find their way onto the other side. There are yeah, this is a 1 base. I'm sorry, I read this a little bit differently, even if I said it was 1 base. There are a lot of Marines on the map. Special hoping the Stalkers run up so we can ruin their day. But there's going to be a tank with this push. Multiple tanks, actually, with this push. Marines coming on out 2 by 2. And Special, he's going to have a battle cruiser. He's going to have 1 to 2 tanks. He's going to have these Hellions as well. And he's going for a massively committed push. How many Stalkers do we have? We have 12. That should be enough to deal with the battle cruiser, especially as it does get scouted on out. But you need to clump the Stalkers together. Who the hell proxies a tank? Exactly. More importantly, who the hell proxies a battle cruiser? Well, Special does. But it feels like Astrea has the proper split of his units. You got a bunch of Stalkers in the main base, so the battle cruiser should not be able to do too much, but as the battle cruiser rotates on over, there's still plenty of Stalkers in this army. They've taken no damage. So Hellion dropping the natural. They're going to try to find something, but there's a shield battery here. It's keeping things alive. The probes are just not taking critical damage. Astrea, he is buttoned up tighter than someone who is buttoned up really tight. The battle cruiser in the main base not finding much of anything. Anyways, it's 2 bases to 1. More tanks on the way. It was only a single battle cruiser, and maybe eventually Special heats critical tank mass, and he makes it really hard for something to happen. The tanks are not quite sieged on up, and we're going to start to see some of these SCVs take some damage. So 16 Stalkers on the map, 2 Immortals, third one on the way. Immortals very good against the tanks. This game really is almost predicated upon the Battlecruiser and the Liberator finding good damage. So now the army look to run on in. The tanks looking for their siege up, and Astrea, he's just giving time. He's giving space. He's allowing his opponent to dig his own grave, and has the grave been dug? We're gonna have to find out right now. Zealot's getting on top of the Marines. This is a massive, and I mean a truly massive concave here for Astrea. Moving on in, one tank going down. Stalkers trying to get on top of the Liberators. If the Liberator goes down, that's the biggest of deals, and it looks like it's not even a question. The army of special falls. Astrea takes a lead in this series, and he did it on his opponent's map. Exactly, some drunk Canadian. You want to get something happen? You want to make something happen? Run for your town council. You'll probably run unopposed. Make things happen at the local level. Make things better. Because in all honesty, especially at the local level, the people running for this stuff are probably the people that shouldn't be doing it, because they just want it for... Now, this is not everyone. Some people do want to make their community better, but you have a lot of people that are kind of like the HOA people. You know? But yeah, that is actually one of the big failings of the American kind of civic system. We're taught about how the Constitution works and the Bill of Rights and whatever, but we're kind of sold this idea that all that matters are the federal legislation stuff. That's all it really, at least in my US government class, that's pretty much all that's talked about. You don't see people talking about how running for school board and everything else is what really matters. You'd be, well, it depends on where you are at Thorn 969. You should see where small town where I'm from. Peon Poo, loser map pick. So Special lost that last game, which means this was his map pick. Okay, here we go. Proxy Starport. In this game, we have Factory at Home. Another version of insanity, of madness from Special in this series. Although the depth is going to shade across the map. Yeah, Thor 969, I can promise you. Where I grew up, there were definitely seats that there were definitely positions in like town council or things like that had trouble getting filled. Okay, Aurelius. First of all, I'm Bamolf. Hi. I have casted with a bunch of different people. I was the B stream for IEM Katowice with Steadfast for the play and age and all days of group stage. I have done things with Rushy. If you saw the King of Battles, Maru versus Serral, for example, which was an incredible grand finals. Highly recommend checking that out on the Alpha X YouTube channel, as we got a drop coming on in here from Special. How many Hellions? It's only going to be 3. 5 Marines into the natural, so he's going to force Astrea to be a little bit crazy. I do know the real Dave Steadfast Loose, but not in person. I cannot guarantee that he is real, just that he is a persona on the internet. So, dropped into the main base here. Astrea, he has not seen this just yet. Special finding the one spot. So, Hellions looking to dive on in. There are Stalkers here, and nice pull from the probes, actually blocking these Hellions off. 4 workers are going to go down right now. The magic number of force, folks. It is 8. 5 workers going down right now, and the Marines in the natural are going to be annoying because there's a medevac here. There is not, or I should say there is plentiful healing, but the Stalkers go down, or excuse me, the Hellions go down, and only 5 workers have died. Aurelius, what else have I done? I did GSL Super Tournament with Gemini. Or sorry, not the GSL Super Tournament. I've done a lot of GSO qualifiers with Gemini. Again, those were on a Freaker or on our YouTube channel. Drop finding its way on in here into the main base. Now, wow, I can talk. A couple more workers will get targeted down, but again, it's kind of a trade. You know, you want to make sure that the Marines don't get too much, but 4 more workers will go down. Astrea, he has been able to equalize the worker count, or I should say, Special has been able to equalize the worker count. Not really the best thing. Yeah, this eco damage is a lot better for Special. He certainly has equalized. He certainly has found enough value, if not being objectively ahead. Also, maybe you've seen me on my channel, Aurelius. I stream EPT in North America and Korea every Monday, Saturday night. A bunch of other stuff. Shameless plug. Twitch.tv/BeowulF as the Stalkers. They find their way into the natural. Yeah, I feel that, Aurelius. I'm terrible with names, but give me a face and I'll be able to tell you what we talked about. Okay, so Astrea, he has his third base. He has built himself up a worker lead once again because Chrono is a powerful thing. Having an extra Town Hall is a powerful thing. And this time Astrea has not skipped Blink. But he does have Charge on the way, and Charge will be done by the time this move out from a special does happen, which will be moving out in the next 40-odd seconds. Yeah, right. That's kind of like, I think special's ahead-ish. It doesn't really spending those extra 7 Marines, because I don't think it was a full 8 Marine drop. I don't really have a heuristic for that, but my caveman brain says, Terran equal worker count to Protoss, Terran ahead. So who knows? But for now, Astrea has his one Colossus done, second one about halfway done. Extended Thermal Lance on the way. So he's just trying to delay this as much as he can. If he gets the Marauder, that's very nice, but it's only 4 Stalkers, so it does not have one-tap potential on these Marauders, but even still, energy getting spent. Ideally, he forces out a stim. There we go. Now, Astrea should be able to run on backwards. Not getting the target fire he's looking for, though, so Marauders will not go down. Getting very low. But notice here, Special, he's not really committed to a full frontal. He's kind of trying to hit it from the side. His 8 Marines will show up in the main base, but there's a recall here. So, Medevac now behind the mineral line, and Special maybe could have capitalized on that for something elsewhere, but he's not, because he only has stuff in one position. He's kind of keeping himself at home. He's positioning himself almost as if he wants to go for a third and just kind of sit back a little bit. But there's no third base on the way. And this is 5 racks before a third, so Special's going all in this game. All right, but that is unfortunate. A bunch of Marauders will go down. 2 Marauders die. More take damage, and the army supply. This is a problem. The army supply of Astrea is higher than the army supply of Special, and Special's going all in. He has maxed out his reinforcement count. Is that a... No, it's not a Warp Prism. Yeah, there is no Warp Prism. Oh, there is a Warp Prism. Don't see where it is, though. As for now, that's going to be a dead Viking here as well. Not really finding the value it's looking for. 3 Colossus are on the field. Stalkers will be able to blink out. A Viking goes down. Not a lot of anti-air to deal with this Colossus, and Astrea continues to tech up. Now he has the Templar Archives done. He's going to be able to build some Archons maybe, but it does not matter. Oh, he's going to take the fight right here, right now. Zealots getting on top of things. Tanks not getting the good shots that they need as the Colossus, they're raining hellfire from above. Astrea, he is taking this series right here. The army of Special, it is dead. It is gone. Astrea finds this fight. Special not sieged up where he needs to be. He eats the Zealot. Or more importantly, the Zealots eat them. Or eats him. So now that means Astrea wins this series 4-2. Special was looking good early. But your shenanigans, they only hold you so long. They only hold you so long. And that does mean that Astrea is 4-2 in this series. Champion of Alpha X Series number 53.